Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Crit Test Dummies. This is the first episode of our new season that we're calling Chronicles of Ghaistala. We are playing in the world of Supers and Sorcery. This is a original setting by people over at Daylight Productions that have been kind enough to let us use it for this season. If you like this world and what we're doing here, you can find it on drivethrurpg.com. It's available there. So thank you to Cam, who's one of the lead producers on this project, for working with us and helping us figure this whole thing out. Also, thank you to Kat, real quick, for Stop Pushing Me on Instagram. She's done the lovely new overlays that we'll be using for this campaign, as well as Doug, who can be found at Doug Erbert, Erbert, also on Instagram, who's done all of our awesome character art for our lovely players that we'll be meeting here very shortly. Yeah. Real quick, I just want to introduce our players. Three of these guys you know pretty well. So they've been in our last couple of arcs as well in the first season. Chris, say hi to the people.
Hey, I'm Chris. You won't hear too much from my character this session.
Yeah, not at first.
As intended, which is going to become a catchphrase.
Alex, say hi.
Hey guys, my name is Alex. It's actually not my first time on here, but I've only been part of a one-shot campaign so far, and I'm excited for this new campaign.
Yeah, Alex was on our beginners special Town Musicians of Bremen about a year ago now, and is now joining as awesome,
Yes.
as a full cast member. Luke.
Yes. Hi. I'm Luke.
Hi.
Yeah, and I'm and my mind is blank right now.
And finally, Patrick.
Hello, fellow audience. This is Patrick. You all know me from the many streams before. Don't know much to say.
And with that rousing set of personal introductions, I'm going to patter just a little bit more because it looks like we've got some tech issues that we're sorting out. We have a slightly different setup that should hopefully make my job easier. So bear with us a little bit as we get that sorted and finalized in the initial moments of this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The world. This is the world of Ghaistala. It is a world created by the Titans long ago. Nobody's really knows how long. Rumors exist that early on the Titans were very much involved in day-to-day life on Ghaistala, but not so much anymore. There's rumors of a cataclysmic event in the world starting over and the Titans withdrawing. But when that starting over, the portals activated. The portals in Beacon, light of Ghaistala, center of most of the newly settled world, lead everywhere to lands in their own dimension and across to other dimensions, pulling in people and creatures and ideas and cultures and technologies from many different places. It's a world of innovation. It's a world of pushing boundaries. It's a world of power as new ideas and new people come in with their own unique skills. We're not in Beacon, though, yet. We are starting in Asha's Mining Corporation. The Asha Mining Corporation, founded by the dwarf family Asha, many years ago, one of the first settlers in this world coming through the portals long ago. Now digging deep into the mountains, looking for coal and other minerals and rocks that are useful and most importantly, profitable. the miners that work for them, many of whom have been working for the company for generations, are hardworking and not well paid. But they survive. They make their living as they do, deep, deep in the earth of Ghaistala. We're going to start with two of those miners as they get up for getting ready for their first start of the day. Abby and Echo, what are you doing this morning as you get ready to start your days?
I'm getting off my futon that's laying on the ground as I hear the alarm calling me to go work in the mines. And I just get ready real quick, splash some water in my face, get in a meager portion of porridge, and leave the row house that I'm staying at.
With you in the row house, Abby, you've been in this town for about a week now, after being conscripted recently into the life of a miner. What are you doing?
Great. Another day. And no trace of the entity in my dream. I guess I do what I always do. Get up and get a glass of herb water. My herbal pouch makes it somewhat digestible, and I'll chug it down, get dressed, and then I sigh, and then I greet Echo. Well, shall we?
We shall.
As the two of you kind of finish getting ready, Abby with her tea and Echo with his meager meal, and leave your crowded, rundown row house with a few other miners that are on first shift with the rest of you. You're greeted by morning sun, just barely starting to peek over the mountains, painting your little town in shades of orange and yellow. As you walk by the next row house, home of Henry. What are you up to this morning?
Henry, right as you walk past the house, Henry storms out. And he's like, whoa, are we too late again? Fucking hell. Let's go.
Does it really matter?
Well, Terrence is going to give us crap for sure.
Fuck Terrence.
True that.
Henry would give us crap if we showed up 1 hour earlier. Fuck this guy. Let's go.
As you make your way up to the mines on the northwest part of the town, you find yourself passing the stream of workers on the third shift from the overnight shift, who are all, you recognize the look of miners finishing a shift. Not dejected, but heavily fatigued and just caked in dirt and dust and grime from the long hours chopping away and hauling coal. You hear whispers among them. Hear one person was like, "Oh, I thought I found Paragite, but it was just a rock. It's just this close. Three of you know that Paragite is a rare mineral that seems to be randomly dispersed in the earth and pays quite good money if you manage to find some.
Man, I'm here for a week now, and these stories are already getting old.
There's always some sort of tale of kind of like fishermen and how big the fish is. It's like, oh yeah, it's so close. I just found it looked like it, but not quite. It's the usual tales.
Did you hear of that one? They almost found Paragite.
Likewise, people boasting about how big of a chunk of pure coal they were able to find, or bragging about how small of a seam they were able to squeeze into and dig out. But as these stories wash over you as you head up, you form a line, the others on your shift, as the whistle blows, signaling the start of the shift. Go up to and work your way through the line to the front office, and your favorite old dwarf, Terrence. His scraggly beard that he hasn't apparently bothered to comb or oil or keep really for a while. Scraggly gray hair that's also just in a mess down his shoulders. Looks up at you. Three of you again. By my reckoning, 5 minutes late today.
Come on, Clarence.
The whistle just sounded, mate.
Oh, it just sounded. So you agree that you're late?
You need to check your timepiece, mate. There's 10 minutes after the fucking horn.
Oh, that was a short 10 minutes then, wasn't it?
Oh, bloody hell.
Have a good day, lads. Level 6, please.
Deserve this.
I'm not a lad, Clarence.
Terrence.
Just call him Terry. He likes that.
Oh, right. I forgot. You're right. Terry. Yeah.
Oh, look. 16 minutes late. I must have wrote that down wrong.
Why not make it 17?
Easily enough.
How about 18?
How about 20?
Okay, Abby, I think that's yeah. Goodbye, Terrence.
See you at the end of your shift. Level 6. So you walk away and he shouts your assignments after you. The next miner comes up and you hear the same song and dance behind you of 4 minutes late.
Level 6,
I want to kill this guy.
We're going deep today.
So you head over, are you taking and you look over and you see the entrance to Asha Mine, surrounded by tall cobblestone walls with dwarf guards in simple leather armor and crossbows standing periodically across the 10-foot high wall. You just see the gaping maw into the mountainside that you know is the spiral access ramp that forms a large corridor connecting all 9 levels of the mine. Just outside of that is also the elevator used to move small groups of people or single carts or single baskets, corves of coal up and down between the levels as well. Which way are you taking, the elevator or the shaft?
Elevator.
You get in line. So a lot of people tend to take the elevator, especially to the lower levels. So it takes a little bit more time. But eventually you work up to the front, hearing kind of the usual boasting between especially some of the younger miners around you about how much they're going to pull today. And I'm going to find some Paragut today. I just know it. I know I'm going to find some today. As you eventually get to the front of the line and see your old, and oh boy, do I mean old, friend Dusty. Hey, you boys and lady, back again, eh? What level are you going to today?
Hello, Dusty. Looking fresh as ever.
Thank you, sir. And he just kind of nods his head, and you see this kind of poof of dust come off the thin hair on front. He's just in overalls, no shirt, just overalls. That is just caked. You're not sure how long it's been since it's been washed, but he lives up to his name.
He's like half dust.
Yeah.
Level 6, please, mate.
I'm going a little further down today. Okay. And he kind of turns and messes with his levers, and you feel the initial ka-chunk. It's a little unsettling, especially to newer people like Ebby, before it starts steadily descending down. And you see the familiar sight of the light above you getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And even for the experienced miners, you have that brief moment of fighting off the feeling that you're being swallowed into the earth.
I'll never get used to this.
Here we go again.
Here you go again, indeed. It's the three of you, and assume you have Boba, your canary, Henry?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I do.
It's the three of you and Boba. Descend down the 6 levels, taking several minutes in this slow elevator, passing platform after platform, hearing the picks and hammers of the mine around you. You enter the dark of the 6th level of this, quite far down. Not all the way, but quite far. At this point, it's still a fairly well-developed level of the mind, as you, Dusty, for his appearance, expertly brings the elevator to just a gentle halt on level 6. You step out, your safety lamp's lit, giving you a little bit of light. You walk out into the gallery of level 6, the main passage under the mountain here. Seeing the varying mining tunnels, exploration shafts going off left and right. Passing the access ramp, the wide, almost thoroughfare that spirals its way to each level. This far down, it's not as active as it was at the top. Most of the miners stop around the mid-levels, 4 and 5 mainly. But there's still some activity here. You see carts passing. This is still wide enough down here. 1 or 2 of them are even horse-drawn, likely coming from the far end of the gallery where they might be blasting, going further into the mountain. Would you like to explore one of the closer shafts that's already a little bit more hewn out, might be a little bit more trustworthy, or do you want to go further in?
We feel lucky today, mate.
I think we're feeling lucky.
All right, then.
Whatever.
As the 2 more experienced miners, Echo and Henry, kind of decide to go further down, Ebby just kind of follows. Her kind of, especially for someone working underground, very light frame, kind of trudging behind our 2 friends. At this moment, Echo, what does Ebby see when she looks over at your form walking down the mine shaft tunnel?
Right. So as I'm a Goliath by race, I'm an 8 feet tall, huge guy with pale gray-ish skin and blue eyes. I have a blonde ponytail and wear leather clothes. So quite an intimidating appearance.
And walking next to Echo, Henry.
Yeah, about several heads smaller than our Goliath friend over here. Relatively thin, stringy frame, black, wild hair, and otherwise a relatively unassuming look about him. He's relatively handsome, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
Okay. That's Henry. And the 3rd member of our trio. If Henry or Echo were to look back towards you as you kind of trudge along behind reluctantly, what do they see there?
Well, if they would look back and look at Abby, they would look at the human girl in her early 20s that looks quite bored and quite annoyed. But if they look even closer, they would see that this is a front and she's trying to hide her fear. She has white wild hair, wearing like a studded rugged leather jacket with like golden buckles and all the jazz, and like a furry collar, like a white furry collar. She's as you mentioned, she's not built for this at all. She's super gaunt. She looks like she has never lifted a rock in her life. she looks a bit like that she doesn't belong here in this area.
Yep. So as you are, the three of you, kind of an odd trio, make your way down the main gallery of Shaft 6, or Level 6. As you go further along, you notice the footprints in the dust get less and less. It's not as well trodden. You see fewer hoofprints of horses as well. Though there is still the occasional and of carts being pulled, rubble and rock. Eventually, you find a decent looking kind of exploration shaft that you might be able to go down a little further and see what you can find. Who is doing what? So who's going to be our hewer in this team, actually cutting the coal out?
As usual, I'll be the one cutting the coal out of the rock.
So our big Goliath friend, can you make an athletics check for me, please? Okay, 11. Not bad. So you take your pickaxe and you... Maybe it's because of the meager meals. Maybe it's just an off day, you're not awake yet. It's not bad, but you've definitely gotten better hauls out of this. Who's getter? Who's actually going to be putting everything in your corv in your basket and taking it back up to the surface?
I think that's Abby and me. We're kind of working in tandem.
Okay. So the two of you working in tandem, you can either each make, actually, let's make this athletics as well. Each make athletics checks, or one of you with advantage.
You can make one with advantage, please. I'll just like it's like I pretend to lift as well.
All right.
Okay.
As long as you're helping. Wow.
The exact
Double
same roll
10s.
twice. Double tens. Life in the mine is not easy. And maybe it's because you're usually used to working on level 5. This is a little bit further down, a little bit more mountain above you. Maybe it's weighing in the back of your heads. You're moving things. You're getting the coal out from underneath Echo quickly enough so that he can keep working, moving along. But it's hard going today, harder than even normal. And this continues. It continues.
Is it just me, or is it actually really that much harder here than on level 5? This is exhausting.
I can't really put my finger on it, but yeah, I get the feeling this is a bit rough.
Must be because we're closer to the surface.
I think we're actually a little bit deeper down than before.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry.
But something does seem strange today.
Can I check the veins for any shiny blinking
Yeah,
stuff?
make an investigation check for me, please.
Must be the fact that we're only getting potatoes lately.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20 on your investigation. Okay. So, as you are actually with the nat 20, as you are leaning down to grab some coal and rock out from underneath Echo that he's just kind of continuously chipping away at this seam in the mountain. As one of the coal pieces flies off and you reach to grab it, you notice just this little bit of turquoise sticking out from it.
I grab it and I say, is this what everybody's talking about all the time and hoping to find?
Oh, you found some paragite.
Lucky me.
Lucky you indeed.
And the two of you do recognize it from descriptions as paragite. No one really knows, at least among the miners, why it's valuable, but the boss man pays for it.
Need to know basis, I guess.
I turn around and I walk to Abby to also take a look at the paraguide.
Mhm.
Shall we? This is sort of like the first thing that happened, but I figure we're all in this together. If one of us finds such a thing, we should maybe split the reward. It seems fair. You cut it out of the stone, and could have been you that found it as well, or you know.
That's mighty generous of you.
Sounds fair to me.
But I don't know. Maybe we don't tell Clarence that we found it at first.
I don't know what. I mean, the only way this could be of any use to us is if we sell it to him.
Yeah, but we could sell it tomorrow. We could find out if somebody is willing to pay more for it. We could find out what it does, why everybody is crazy about it first. I don't know what it does, but everybody wants it. There must be a reason.
About that, Peter, are we getting checked before we leave?
The usual routine when you leave a shift, and you notice as you're bringing coal and rocks up to the surface, working with Ebby, they're weighed, and they're inspected, and you're kind of ticked off of X kilograms of this quality coal, and you're paid based off of that at the end of the day. There is no check really as you all are leaving.
So we're not searched or anything?
No.
All right. Well, perhaps we could at least sell it or try to keep it for a day where Terry is in a bit of a better mood.
I think it's a good idea, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, they're robbing us.
Let's find out what it does. I mean, it sounds valuable. There must be a reason. And then once we know more about it, we can maybe haggle it a little bit better if we want to sell it.
I mean, I have no idea how to find that out, but
We could ask the Nobler, what's her name? The no-bald girl? Winnie.
Winnie, yeah.
Nice.
You do know Winnie that works at the company store, which is kind of the main hub of the town and pretty much the only legal place to buy anything for you all. And she does tend to like interesting things.
I agree. She might know what we could do with the stone, whether we could sell it somewhere else.
And knowing that she's the only legal vendor here, do we know of any illegal trade going on?
You don't.
I asked this to
I think I would know
be
something.
honest.
I'm a little bit of a stealthy guy sometimes.
Henry, make a. Let's call it a perception check.
I've been known to thieve the occasional thing. Perception check.
Yep. See what you're noticing as you go about your days.
This can only go well. -1.
Oh,
14's not bad.
Yes.
You've heard rumors of there are ways to get nice things in this town. You have no idea how to do it yourself, but you know there's ways, or at least people say there are.
I might be new, but I'm quite perceptive. Maybe I found some people like exchanging hands and pockets.
Make your own perception check for me, please. So DC will be slightly higher for you.
My passive perception is 15.
I know.
Okay.
Oh,
9. Nope.
Okay.
Not
I
with a
would
9.
be very insulted.
You are just, you end your day so exhausted, even though you're only sort of pretending to help Henry. No.
It's exhausting too.
As you're having this discussion over what to do with this paragite, you do hear from down the hall, true to what you had picked up on the way down, this blast coming from the end of the tunnel as they're working their way deeper into the mountain. The demolition team blowing it down. Because you've picked a shaft close to the end, or a exploration tunnel close to the end, I would like you all to make dexterity saving throws as this blast kind of shakes the earth around you.
Oh shit! I didn't know they blast down here.
Bits of rock. Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
A 10.
Okay. So 12 for Ebby, 10 for Henry, and a 7 for Echo. Henry and Ebby, their little pebbles and stuff kind of rain down on top of you, but that's actually not too uncommon in the mine. It happens. Echo, you are swinging, and a larger rock just knocks you on the head. 1 point of damage, please.
Right.
And
Oh shit! Are you all right, Echo?
That hurt. Oh,
Really?
a little bit.
You
Come
look
here. Let me have a
sturdy
look.
enough.
Let me have a look.
1 second. Let me
A
just.
little bit.
How do I? Okay, got it. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. No worries.
yep. As you are checking on him, Ebby, in the kind of echoing blast as it's going bouncing around, you hear this almost purring noise, the tail end of it as it is fading.
That again. Curious.
A sound that you've heard your first day working down here in the mine.
It's coming from the direction we're going into, or?
It's because it felt like it blended into that blast sound and bounced around everywhere. It's hard to locate it specifically.
Only Abby hears that, right?
Only Abby hears it, yes.
Since I don't know where it's coming from, I won't tell anybody, but I will listen for it. I will pay attention, I think, if should it ever come again. Now that I heard it twice down here.
You continue your workday. Digging, and dragging heavy baskets of coal to the elevator and up. Going through the usual negotiations with the weighman about how much the coal weighs and the quality of it. Continuing on. Ebby, you know you're getting close to the end of the shift. Just from seeing the sun move across the sky the few times you get to come up with the heavy baskets of coal. As you start entering the 6th level gallery again, you catch just out of the corner of your eye to your left, heading down the main access ramp, spiraling further down into the mine, what looks to be a small cat that just darts around the corner of the spiral to where you can't see it anymore.
I'm alone there?
You said you were working with Henry, so the two of you are there, carrying back the empty core of the empty basket.
And this is like down the main elevator shaft, and that one would go...
This is the intersection with the access spiral, the access ramp.
Down to level 7?
Yeah, it looks like it's going down to level 7.
Okay. Oh, did you see that?
Huh?
There was a cat.
A cat?
Yes.
I haven't seen a cat here before.
Me neither. But I heard one just a few hours ago and last week, I think.
Really?
What's a cat doing down here?
I was going to ask the same thing. Yeah. No idea.
Should we tell Echo? I would like to go down there. I mean, sounds like and I show the paraguide again, did a good days of work anyways.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind doing something different.
All right, I'm in. Yeah, let's tell Echo real quick. Perhaps he can come with us if it doesn't get too tight in there.
Okay. Make your way back to down the long gallery. You have, as you're walking, there's another from the far end of the gallery that just sound echoes back and echoes back and echoes back.
Do I have
It's
to
another
throw
day.
another dexterity?
I would like you to, actually, yes.
Okay.
As Echo's still back there. The other two of you are too far out, but you do, Abby and Henry, you do get the usual dust and pebbles raining down on you. 17, Echo, yeah, you're fine. This time you kind of, as soon as you hear the blast, you kind of and duck and cover.
Okay.
Echo!
But you make your way down. You find Echo with kind of a new pile of coal and rock at his feet that he's dug out while you guys were gone.
How about a little diversion? We found something interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we found a cat. It's not that interesting, but it's something different at
A
least.
cat down here?
Curious,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Was it a black cat?
I don't know.
It was such a brief moment. It was almost like it was just the shadow of a cat. As you think back to it, it's hard to kind of grasp the concrete image.
You know what they say. In the mines, every cat is gray.
Do they say that?
No, but I figured it's dark here and it's like at night they are gray anyways. So I made it up.
Well, where did it go?
Down level 7.
All right, so we
Sounds
bring this
a level
stuff back
7.
here and then take a look.
What about the waking dark though? You know what they've been saying
that's
about
just
the
a mist, dude. You know that.
lower levels.
The way I see it, the waking dark is just hogwash. It's just what the more proficient guys tell the others to explore there first and get their hands on the riches.
There is a rumor of kind of this boogeyman, the waking dark, that supposedly is in the lower reaches of the mine.
Maybe I should say at this point I come from a traditionalist tribal background, like a tribe of elk herders on another continent, and we're all about omens and quite superstitious. So I'm naturally a little bit hesitant about going down to the deeper levels.
Well, big boy,
Come on,
it's okay.
mate.
You can stay back.
We'll be fine.
Protect you.
All right. I
Plus,
guess
it's a cat. I'm good with animals.
as long as we're not going down to level 9, I think we should be fine.
Okay.
So we go then.
Leaving your cut coal, and what else are you taking everything, leaving your equipment? What are you doing?
Should we bring that back before we go?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
So I just pick up the coal and the rock and throw it into the cart real quick.
Yep. With Echo's help especially. Echo, make a quick athletics check for me, please.
Yes.
With Echo's help, especially, it goes really bad.
Let me double check real quick. Is the end of the shift. With a 9. So it's the end of the shift. You are very tired. So it does take the 3 of you kind of carrying and dragging and pushing this corve of coal to the elevator and up. And again, you go through with the weighman. Hey, I think there's a nice basket here, but it's got a lot of rubble and dirt mixed in with it. It's not great quality, man.
Yeah, whatever, mate. We have stuff to do. Let's go on with it.
He's almost surprised that you just kind of let that go and go with it. Okay.
Really curious about that.
And he just kind of writes down what he said at first of medium quality. And as you head back towards the shaft again, it just kind of calls back, going down again, your shift's almost up.
We can't get enough of it.
I ignore him. All right, let's go.
Whatever. And he turns to the next group of people and starts putting theirs hull on the scale. Head down to level 6. Dusty taking you down. Also a little bit of small talk. Being pushing it today, it seems. You got a pretty lady or gentleman, I suppose, that you're wanting to buy something special for.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I have limitless energy today, so why not use it while you have it, eh?
I remember back in my youth when I had limitless energy. You enjoy it while you can. As you just kind of come slowly, expertly to a stop on level 6. So, good luck now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dusty.
See you later, Gramps.
See you later.
As he slowly disappears back up the shaft. Okay.
All right.
So where did that cat go?
Over there, I think. Best be quiet now.
Are you moving stealthily?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try.
I would like all three of you
Me
to make
too.
stealth checks, please.
21.
21.
21 for
No,
Abby.
that was Patrick. I'm
Yep.
8.
Yep. 21 for Ebby, 14 for Echo, 8 for Henry. So as the three of you are heading down, Ebby, your light frame barely skiffs a pebble as you're heading down this ramp, passing some workers that had gone even deeper than you today as they head up the access ramp. Some of them with just light bags of whatever they could get towards the end of their shift, some of them with full carts. Kind of trying to not be noticed. It's hard to not be seen, but nobody really takes notice of you. Same for
It's
Echo.
just like a cat.
Yeah. Despite your size, everyone here is really too tired to care, really. And as you're kind of sneakily making your way down, you almost get to the 7th level. You just hear this as Henry slips behind you and lands on his ass.
I shake my head.
Oh, fucking hell, what? God damn it.
I turn back and I reach out to Henry and help him up.
Oh,
As-
thanks, mate.
You do that. Ebby, you notice as you're at the bottom of this and you were about to reach Gallery 7, you see the form of a cat almost shaking its head towards Henry before darting down the gallery.
Yeah, screw you too, cat. Ow, I put something.
Yeah,
over
the
there.
other two of you don't see it.
All right,
Only
never
Ebby
mind.
does.
I saw it again. Come on, quick.
So as you start going down 7th gallery, Ebby, if you're leading this, I need another perception check from you, please.
8.
8. Two second in line between you all.
Mm,
I guess so.
I'm the last.
You're last? Okay. Henry, make a perception check for me as well, please.
My perception just landed me on my ass right now. I'm not sure this. Oh yeah,
6. You guys rush into the 7th level gallery and there's nothing as far as you can see.
Here,
Another-
kitty.
You hear another explosion overhead as apparently the 6th level continues to get blasted out, going deeper into the mountain. It almost shakes you standing in this level below it as you're rained on with pebbles and small bits of dust again. And that as
it'd be where to?
I don't know. Just keep going, I guess.
Can I also do a perception check since I'm like I can see quite well in the dark and I'm like
I-
quite perceptive?
generally do so kind of explanation for you guys and also people watching. For group checks like this, I generally do 2 unless I ask for it.
Right.
Kind of whoever's in the lead. It just kind of prevents the I rolled a 1. Oh,
Yeah.
I check for traps too.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
as this kind of bits of rock and everything are raining down, Ebby, you actually kind of catch a rock against the top of your head. And as you kind of look up and look back down again, you see a small cat, about 30 exploration tunnels in front of you on the right. Again, almost, if a cat could glare disapprovingly at someone, it would be glaring disapprovingly at you before darting into the tunnel.
Can I reach out to her telepathically?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, and I think I can also use my action so it can respond.
Mm-hmm.
If I understand this feature correctly, like, hey, please don't go.
Don't seem to connect to anything.
I keep going then in the direction and follow the others, begging the others to come with.
Okay. As you turn down the tunnel that the cat went down, it dead ends very quickly, within about 2 meters. But you do notice at the end of the tunnel, first of all, no cat, but there does seem to be a trapdoor. You've seen these before. This looks like the top of what's called the Winze, W-I-N-Z-E. It's basically a diagonal ramp that connects 2 levels of the mine without having to go back through the main access.
Like a slide?
Basically, yeah. I mean, you don't slide down it. You walk down it. It's a ramp.
All right.
I'm not sure about this, guys.
Come on. It's going to be interesting.
Where does it lead to?
What's the worst that could happen?
Level 8? You said as long as we don't go to level 9, we're fine, right? Let's go.
Something like that.
So.
The cat is definitely down there. Where else could it be?
What level are we on right now?
You're on 7 right now.
Ooh. All right, down we go, eh?
If you say so, Henry.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Now you two kiss later. Let's go.
It's official. So as Echo probably is one that opens the big trapdoor onto this, you start heading down this steep but manageable ramp. Heading down it, and as the air moves through the mine and through the ventilation systems, even with the help of the well-designed airflow ventilation systems through this mine, as you're going deeper, it starts to feel more stagnant and damp and cold. And as you're going deeper and deeper, Henry, because you've been in the mines the longest, you're the first one to cotton onto this. This ramp seems to be going further than 1 level. This does not seem to connect to level 8 at any point.
All right. I don't say anything in terms of discouraging Echo any further.
I love it. Real team spirit here. It's fantastic.
I'm too excited to have Echo endanger our mission right now.
Are you guys sure this is connecting to level 8?
Yeah.
Where else?
Should anyway.
This seems to go on for quite a long while.
Maybe that's just not how it works down here. Have you been to level 8?
Only once.
Maybe there's a different geological formation and they needed to dig deeper for the next level. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit
That
hard
kind
to
of makes
tell.
sense.
It did? Okay.
You eventually reach the end of this. There's another door down here. Is pushing it open. It opens up to another gallery. This one much more roughly hewn than what you've been on. It's a lot newer, a lot less traveled, a lot less maintained. And as you step through, Ebby, you see this of a shadow move towards your left.
me. Ah. Quick, guys, come. I think I saw it again. This is a rough neighborhood.
It is oddly quiet down here.
I don't like
Either
how quiet it is.
yeah, either because it's kind of that between time between shifts, and you're so far down that people at the end of their shift have already left, and the people beginning their shift haven't gotten here yet, or it's just a rarely visited part of the mine for whatever reason. It's very quiet. As you continue down, Henry, with your background and kind of sense of underground navigation, you know you're moving further away from the center main access ramp, moving away from the center of the mine, out into the mountain. And as you start, the three of you start making your way there, Abby, you get the sensation that you are not alone down here.
Yeah, the cat, of course.
It's a different
And the
sensation
two of
than the
us.
cat.
Maybe there's more to it, to this stories about the black boogeyman. What was it again?
Waking Dark.
The waking dark.
Oh, don't start with that now, please. Do you hear anything?
Do you feel there's somebody here? I feel being watched.
Oh dear. This might have been a bad idea, guys.
Echo. You don't know if it's Abby getting into your head, but you also start to get the feeling that you're being followed or watched by something.
Guys, I also have a bad feeling about this. Something is here.
Maybe
Do I
we
feel
should-
anything?
We should be
Not yet.
quiet now.
I mean, it's quiet. Yeah, it's a bit creepy, but I mean, I don't think could be the waking dark.
Don't make jokes about that, Henry.
Don't say
Ah,
that.
come on, mate.
Abby, make a perception check, please.
18.
18. Light down here is mostly made from safety lamps. Lamps that are designed to let light out but have a metal shield around them that keeps them from igniting gas pockets. And as you're discussing this and making jokes about the waking dark, you notice that the shadows dancing around the three of you in the lamplight aren't moving correctly.
Look, the shadows. Something is here.
Yeah. A little bit later, Echo, you would catch on to the same thing.
All right, that's Abby. Sorry.
It's all good. It's okay. Your passive perception's high enough, you would have eventually caught on to it.
Not me, though, right?
Nope.
I have a 9.
I know.
So,
Let's keep going.
do you see the cat anywhere?
No. But can't stay here. I mean, we at least have to go somewhere, even if we go back up, but I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. Interesting is a good word.
I keep a
As
good
you
eye on
see-
my canary.
Do we have anything with us?
Boba, you notice, is awake. Like, this is not a gas pocket. This is not something that type of danger. But you notice is very edgy, just kind of dancing back and forth on their perch in your little cage.
All right. I give him a little bit of, like, I don't know, some sunflower seeds I have in my pockets, and I feed him a little bit.
It doesn't take them.
Oh shit, Boba, you alright?
As you're just standing there discussing what to do, you notice the shadows around you start to move just a little bit closer in.
Guys, I think it's time to get out of here.
I turn
What's
to
happening?
I turn to Boba and ask Boba, did you see anything with telepathically, so he can respond like
Can.
rudimentary?
Yeah, it's still a canary, so it's not going to give you Shakespeare. It's just kind of this very stressed.
You should keep your bird in your pocket. He's very scared.
Wait. All right. I
But
open
your
my
perception, you notice the shadows are still moving a little bit closer, closing in a little bit closer.
Am I also starting to notice that now?
You are just now starting to notice this. Yes.
Let's go.
All right. I open my pocket and I put Boba in my chest pocket.
Mm-hmm. Which way are you going? Are you going further in or back towards the entrance?
The entrance is up, no?
The entrance is the entrance is up, but the access ramp is behind you.
I would walk in the direction that I saw the cat.
Okay.
It's the only direction I can walk in. The other ones are behind me, I assume.
It might be a good idea to. This is weird. Abby, are you sure we're in the right place here?
No.
We should probably get out of here.
But then we came for nothing. I don't know. So far, nothing has happened. Just better not let the shadow touch you. But let's go. Go somewhere. Just don't stay here.
Henry, I follow you.
I start walking.
Okay.
Fine.
You start walking. And
Since Henry is the older one, I just follow his lead.
I whispered to Echo, where's that bravery coming from Abby? What the fuck is going on, mate?
I have no idea, man.
As you go, Abby, you're the only one to notice this with your higher passive. The shadows seem to almost stay put for a moment as you start moving and the lanterns start moving before they start closing in on you again.
That's not creepy at all. The shadows are following us.
Fucking hell. I don't like this.
Me neither. Keep going. No, don't stand still here.
You keep going. You see in the lantern light, there's something off in the distance, something against the side wall of the gallery, about maybe 50 meters ahead of you. It's just at the edge of your lantern light right now.
Look, over there.
What's that?
Don't know.
Yeah, you can't make it out yet. It's too far away.
Hello?
Chris, you hear Ebby call out to you from about 50 meters behind you. As you are leaning over the body of a dead half-elf, apparently a minor, that you yourself recently discovered against this wall here.
I'm just gonna stand there in the darkness.
Hello?
As you get closer, you do make out a figure kind of standing over this other figure leaning against a wall. As they get closer, Chris, can you just describe what you look like, please? What do they see?
At the moment, I look like someone you would forget about on a daily basis. In fact, I'm so forgettable that you kind of look up, when you see me, you're kind of like, who was that again? I can't quite remember. It's just a generic human, boring looking, average height, average features. In fact,
If you looked up the word average, your picture would be next to it.
I look very out of place because I'm so average, to be honest with you.
I mean,
And as you get closer, you see that this average-looking person is standing over a half-elf in miner's clothing with a extinguished lamp next to them that is against a wall, slumped over, not moving.
Is Chris's character wearing any weapons? Weapons drawn or something?
Chris,
I have a weapon. It's not drawn.
what is the weapon? Do they see it?
I have a short sword and like a miniature crossbow.
Okay. What are you
But
dressed
we
as
don't
right
have
now?
anything, right? Like we have.
You have your pickaxes.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say you can't see the crossbow. The short sword is visible, but it's not drawn.
What are you dressed as right now? Are you dressed as a miner? Are you dressed as a what are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm dressed as a miner right now.
Okay. So you see a miner ostensibly in front of you, but with a short sword at their side.
I've never seen a miner with a weapon.
Hello? What you doing here? Does he look dirty?
A little.
Yeah, kind of more dirty from just having walked here than been working in the mine. Like,
I don't know about you, Abby, but the other two would know the difference. Like they're dressed as a miner, but they don't look like they've spent a shift working in the mine.
Sort of like me then.
A little bit.
Oh there, mates. Are you lost?
no, I'm exactly where I need to be. Why are you here?
Is that right?
Is that one dead?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you have anything to do with it?
Who are you again?
We work here.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
Right.
I've
Never seen you.
around.
People don't notice me very much.
And as you're kind of have this stalemate standoff with each other,
You're rolling open.
that's okay. At least for this, that's okay.
All right.
I won. Echo. You feel this brush against the back of your leg. And you look down, and where the lantern light should be spraying light behind your leg, it is just darkness, and the shadows that have been closing in have creeped up your leg. And as the four of you turn around, there are, in the lamplight, now 4 different points of light. You see 3 different places where the shadows are darker and clearly moving towards you all. And I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. The waking dark is real.
And again, for you guys and for those watching, our 3 miners at least, we'll see about our 4th member here, but our 3 miners are just miners right now. There's no class features. They're just miners right now. So, Echo, 15. Nice. And a Henry, 9.
No.
Shaw, 7. And Ebby, 5. And we are actually going to take our break here. We'll be back in 10 minutes for our first combat of this new season.
Nice.
Yay! Cat down into the mines deep below Asha Mining Corporation. Noticing the shadows were moving in odd ways, they delved deeper, started moving, and eventually came across a curious figure standing over an apparently dead body? Deep under the earth here. When Echo noticed that something had brushed the back of his leg. Looking around, you see shadows forming into semi-corporeal forms and start moving in towards you. And that is where we will start here. And we're going to start with the Shadow's turn because they actually rolled really well on initiative. So, first one right behind Echo is going to, after missing its first attack, is going to go for another one. And that is another open roll, and that's okay. That's going to hit. As this creature kind of wraps its shadowy grip around your leg, it starts to actually crush your leg a little bit, dealing 11 points of necrotic damage.
No. Okay.
That was a high roll on that. The second one is going to step up towards Henry, our thin, jovial friend.
Not so
Also-
jovial right now.
As you notice the shadows kind of reach out towards you, you take a step back and kind of out of their grasp and towards one of the lanterns and kind of trying to hide in the light. So the last one moves towards the mysterious figure that you've met down here, and Chris's character. That's not named yet. Woo-hoo, they rolled really well on their attacks this time. That's going to hit for... not much, for 5 points of necrotic damage. As this one kind of creeps up your back and the shadows start wrapping around your arm, squeezing your arm. And that will bring us to Echo.
Yes, sir. Is it my turn to attack?
It is your turn to do whatever you wish.
All right. So first I scream, it's making dark, guys. And then I take my pickaxe and I try to swing at the shadow, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What do I roll again?
So it's a roll it because this isn't a standard weapon. We're
Yeah.
kind of homebrew rules for it. D20. Add your strength and add your proficiency. So for whatever your strength modifier is, +2.
Okay, and the D20 can. Okay, wait. I got it.
How about this? Make a strength check for me, please. Okay, yeah, 3 plus whatever is not going to hit. So as you just kind of wildly swing towards this shadow with your pickaxe, it don't seem to connect with anything. Move or stay put?
Let's see where I am. I think I'll move. I'll try to move a little bit ahead.
Okay.
To get out of the reach of the shadows.
Mm-hmm. And as you run, it kind of reaches and makes another swipe towards you, trying to keep you in its grasp. Jesus, that hits for 8 more points of necrotic damage.
Great, I'm nearly dead.
First session TPK, let's go.
First battle, TPK, woo! What was that? Echo. Henry, you're up.
Oh crap. Yeah, I take out a torch from my pack, cry a little bit because of how expensive they were. And can I ignite the torch and swing it?
It would be an action to ignite it. So you
Alright,
can't light it and attack the same turn.
I'll ignite the torch and try to make a lot more light in the room.
Okay. As you light the torch, you see the shadow seem to almost shrink back a little bit from the open flame in front of it. Okay. That will bring us to, unless you're going to move.
No, I was
Okay. Chris.
All right. Well, you see this figure, mysterious figure. Firstly, kind of dashes into the darkness, and as far as you could see, I'm going to use my bonus action to take a hide action.
Okay.
And be even more creepy and sinister, and actually like climb. No. Let's keep it less sinister for now. I'm going to.
Where are you hiding? You're in melee range of a shadow creature right now.
Oh, am I? Oh, damn. Okay,
Yeah,
in that
there's
case,
one right
I will
behind
just
you.
use my bonus action to disengage from it.
Okay.
and just move a distance away into my own shadows. I go in this direction, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure this is going to be foolhardy, but I will let loose a crossbow bolt into
which one?
The one I just disengaged from.
That one. Okay.
Now, I've never played a rogue before. I don't really know how sneak attacks work, but I don't think I could sneak attack on something I disengaged from. So.
No. So for sneak attack to work, a couple things will trigger it. Having an advantage on the attack will trigger it.
Yeah.
If you're, that will include being hidden from it. That's why that one works.
Yeah.
Or if you have an ally that is engaged with it, you get your sneak attack damage. Okay. So currently the only one that's engaged with an ally is the one by Henry down here.
Okay.
So there is one that's Harry and Henry that you could fire on and get that extra damage.
And you hear me utter as I run away in some kind of foul language you've never heard before, something that sounds like a swear word. And then a crossbow bolt.
Warfish?
Which one? The one by Henry?
The one I just disengaged from, yeah.
Got it. That's gonna hit. 17, easy.
Oh, hang on. I'm not quite sure why there's sneak attack in there. So it's 11
shouldn't.
damage. 11 damage.
Yep. For 11 damage, yeah. As you hit through this thing hard, and it's hard to tell if a shadow looks hurt,
Exactly.
but it looks raggedy at the edges, so it looks like you did something to it.
Yeah.
That will bring us to Ebby.
We have nothing on us, or in terms of abilities, there's just nothing, right?
You are not a druid yet.
Oh god, this is dangerous. I take the dodge action and I run through this light source in the north.
Okay.
Sort of like avoiding that shadow that I
absolutely.
Shadow.
So where are you running to?
Hold on. The Skype video is too. Just 30 feet to the north. Carry on. That's my turn.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That will bring us back to the shadows. Let's see here. Yeah.
Stay back. Stay back.
Yeah, as you stay back, both of the shadows that were to the south here of this narrow corridor now come towards you, Henry, because you're the furthest south thing here, as you're holding this torch in front of you. But it seems that they almost slow in that naked flame of that torchlight. They both attack you, but they seem to be moving a little bit slower for some reason. That's gonna miss. That's definitely gonna miss. And because of it, you're able to kind of like and continue to dance around them without getting hit by anything. This other one to the north is going to follow Chris's character that just attacked it. And gonna try and attack you right back. Shadow not seeming to bother these shadow creatures in any way, shape, or form. It rolls an 18. Yeah, that's gonna hit. For
Making up for all these other rolls, huh?
yeah, right. I had a whole first season where I couldn't roll above 10, and now they're doing okay. For 10 more points of damage.
This does not bode well for us.
I'm dead.
Oh, wow.
Seriously?
Not
15
dead,
hit points.
but
Oh, not dead, okay.
are unconscious. Level
That's
2
good.
is rough.
Oh, 10 damage. Holy crap, these guys hit hard.
They can, yeah. They don't have a great modifier. I've just had a couple of good rolls. Echo,
Yes, sir.
as you hear Chris's character just kind of to the ground behind you, what are you doing?
I think I look to Henry and I see that his torch is doing something positive in terms of fighting the shadows. So I decide to light my own torch if I have one on me.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely. So you light your own torch, and the area around you gets a little bit brighter.
Great. And I can still move, right?
You can indeed.
Yes. So I think I move closer towards the lamp.
Okay, go for it.
Right here.
Yep, you move.
No,
up
don't leave me, Echo.
about another 5 feet up, kind of leaving Henry alone. But as you sidle up to a lamp. Speaking of Henry, your turn.
Oh, I take a swing at the one on the left,
Okay, with what? Your pickaxe or the torch?
at the torch.
Okay, go for that.
An improvised weapon, or how does
That
that
very
work?
much is an improvised weapon, so it's a strength roll, and you do not get your proficiency with it.
So just a strength roll.
Yep, basically it's a strength check. That's a 4.
4.
So you're flailing, and they're flailing back at you. And as the rest of you look towards Henry, it is just this mess of light and shadow as Henry is panicking, really, at this point. Chris, I need a death saving throw, please.
What a good start.
I know, right?
I hope you have your backup character ready.
I kind of failed in the mysterious stakes as well.
Oh yeah, did you
6.
revert to your original form when you got?
I have absolutely no idea. 6.
So that's one fail.
Oh,
You can say no for right now. Abby. You're muted.
So we do have torches and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I said you had pickaxes and you have the lanterns around you.
I light a torch
Okay.
and move a little bit closer to the shadow that I can see close to me, and I try to shoo it away.
Okay. Get up next to it and just kind of shoo with the torch. Your action was lighting it, so it's your torch in front of you. This slender girl in dirty miner's clothes, just kind of waving her torch at a shadow.
Bonus action shoe.
Yeah, bonus action, shoot, go away. Shadow's turn. Again,
Oh fuck.
the 2 around Henry gonna take their attacks. That's a miss, and that's a natural 1. So that torch is saving you.
Oh yeah.
And the one next to Ebby is going to, on the north end of this, is going to turn towards you, this new source of light, this new threat to it, and start almost flowing towards you. This weird kind of almost gaps in the light your torch is sending out. That is... It's a hit, but the other die was a natural 20. So it's for the... It could be worse. For 8 points of necrotic damage.
Would you say we have? I said I mentioned I'm wearing my leather jacket. Does that count as leather armor at least?
I have your AC, whatever you had listed on D&D Beyond.
That's with a shield. I don't wear a shield at the moment, so I have even less.
So it doesn't matter. It still would have hit regardless.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I'm almost dead as well.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
And that brings us to Echo.
All right.
You are cowering in the middle while your friends are getting attacked.
Right. So after sort of
Just pointing that out.
the initial shock of the necrotic damage and realizing that I was hurt pretty bad, but now I'm also seeing that Henry is in deep trouble, and Abby as well, I decided to pull myself together and to get back into the battlefield and help my brother Henry, because he's obviously the priority for me. So I move towards the shadow on his left,
Okay.
and I take a swing with... Can I attack with my torch?
You can, yes. You just don't get your proficiency, so it's a straight strength check.
And with the pickaxe, I would get a proficiency.
Proficiency of +2 to the attack.
Then can I hold them both? Can I have my torch in one hand and the pickaxe in the other?
You can. You can use your bonus action to do an offhand attack. I just need to know which one is which, because there is a difference.
I'll attack with the pickaxe. So
As your main hand?
Yes, as my
Okay.
main hand.
Go ahead and do a strength check, and we'll add 2 to it for the pickaxe attack.
Yes.
10. It's not going to hit. That's a
9.
sorry, man.
Okay.
And offhand attack. Make another strength check. No bonus to this one. This is just the torch.
Yeah. Nope.
Aww.
Wow, what's going on with the rolls today?
Yeah, with a 5, your friend is in danger. So you rush in and you just start swinging at shadows. Yeah, you're swinging at
missing.
shadows.
All right.
As we go to Henry.
So, something I didn't realize last time, I can attack with the pickaxe and then with a torch.
Yes.
Then I shall do that.
Okay.
Fuck, where is it? Yeah. Pickaxe attack. 12,
12
I think.
just hits.
Nice. Which of the shadows are you attacking?
Yeah, left or right.
Oh, the one in front of Echo.
Got it.
Nice.
Damage for that 7. Nice. And with the
same with
torch, just a straight strength check, please. That's a 1. So you swing and it's odd because there's actually some resistance as the pickaxe hits the shadow thing. Seems to do something. And you see it's kind of reforms behind the pickaxe as it goes through, but it's a little bit fuzzier at the edges. It takes a moment for it to come back together again. Shah, another death saving throw, please. Love it.
Fuck.
2.
Oh,
That's another fail.
Wow. This is going so well.
Oh, shit.
Just a
I
reminder,
had
you
such
can't
a
use...
cunning action for my next action, which was, let's get out of here.
Oh, you hid in the shadows from the shadow creatures. I don't know. Just a reminder to everybody else, you can do a medicine check as your action to stabilize. Anyways, Evie.
The question is not whether we can, but if we would. And I think Eddie would not. She's scared
Fair
of her
enough.
mind. She's not an adventurer. She's very bloodied.
Yep.
She wouldn't even attack. So she's just going to run. She's
Okay.
disengaging and running
Okay, where are you running to?
Towards us?
towards the light,
Okay.
to the north, and not towards the creatures.
Okay.
I can only justify what makes sense. And this
Okay.
is not what makes sense gameplay-wise.
That's fine. So go ahead and move your token wherever you're headed.
Like here? I don't
Okay,
know.
so you're heading off as far as you can to the north, lantern with our torch with you, hiding in whatever light you can find.
Yeah, and because I disengaged, I can't attack. Yeah.
Correct.
Can I offhand bonus attack?
Actually, yes, you can.
That's a thing.
For now, I'm gonna say it's a thing because your 1 damage dealer went down really fast. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a thing.
I'm in the light, right?
You are at the moment, yes.
Let's say I only walk till here,
Okay.
and I'm going to Aragon through my torch towards the shadow.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're okay. Go ahead, make a dexterity check, please.
But because I am in the light here, right?
I mean, not at the moment because you're in the light because you're carrying a torch.
I was gonna go with the map because it showed light. where I
Right.
am.
And you've moved yourself in between 2 pools of light.
Sure. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Make a dexterity check for me, please.
It's a dexterity attack.
Yeah, for
now
ranged,
we're talking.
yeah.
That's a
19. That will hit. Roll a... Ooh, this is going to be close. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Fire. What's a d6? Is it? Yeah. Roll. Sorry, it did 2.
No, it's there. It's a 6. On what showed up on roll 20, it's a 6.
No,
It's
it's
2d6.
it's a 4 plus 2.
Oh, 4 plus 2.
So it's a 4. Yeah.
4.
Just the first one.
Exactly what you needed. As you, Aragorn, throw this torch, and it actually goes through the shadow, and you all hear this short little as the shadow just disperses.
Nice.
I'm sort of like in awe. Like I was gonna turn my foot and run further, but now I
Yep.
I did that. I walk 10 feet back.
Okay. As you, Ebby, the very slight, very scared newbie to this group, runs and throws the torch and actually disperses one of the shadows. Now there's 2 left.
Oh, please don't roll badly, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah. First of all, it is the shadow's turn. So on Henry, even with disadvantage, that's a 21 to hit.
Oof.
7 points of necrotic
Ow.
damage. Are you still up?
Yeah, I didn't take any damage yet.
Oh, okay.
The first hit.
And the second one is in front of Echo, so it's going to go after Echo. Also in Torchlight, so disadvantage on the attack rolls. 2 6s, 10 total. As you come in with your flurry of pickaxe and torch, it doesn't hit it, but it's apparently enough to not get wrapped up in its shadowy clutches either.
Okay.
Speaking of Echo, your turn.
All right. So I'll do the same thing again. I'll swing my pickaxe first, and then attack with the torch.
Go for it.
Okay. So strength.
Mm-hmm. That is a 13 for the pickaxe. That hits. Roll a d8 and add your strength modifier, which is a +3. So a d8 +3. 6, 9. Don't even need to use the torch. As you connect with the pickaxe and just your sheer brute force behind it, as the shadow disperses.
Nice.
Nice.
You still have your bonus action, so you could move to the other one and try and hit it with the torch if you wished.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll move around Henry, and then I'll attack with the torch.
Mm-hmm.
That
16
hits.
easily hits. Just a straight
Nice.
D6.
Straight
Because
D6.
it's offhand, you don't get the strength bonus to it, but you get the regular damage. 1. So you almost like trip on a rock, and the torch just kind of pokes at the shadow a little bit.
I was a bit excited after killing the shadow. So.
Yes, a little overexcited. Henry.
Swing.
Okay.
13.
13. Okay. That hits. Roll damage.
7.
7. Nice. It's taking a little bit longer to reform with each of these blows. It's a little phasey. It's not doing great.
And torch. 17.
Hits as well. Roll a d6, please.
6.
With a 6,
Ooh.
the shadow dissipates with a final. And as you take a second, you look around and realize that the shadows are back to normal. What they should look like.
Oh, you scared me a moment. I thought you said the shades that we just
No,
saw.
no. Like the natural shadows from your torches and lamplight.
And yeah, I would run over to Mr. Shah.
Make a medicine check for me, please.
Oh, God.
Do you have an action left?
I'm flexing it a little bit for narrative's sake. Technically, no. Chris should make a death saving throw next, but I'm flexing it a little for narrative's sake.
11?
11. It's actually not that bad.
10 is needed, right?
It's hard to know exactly what is wrong with him because there's no physical damage marks to them. Whatever these creatures did, it's not like a stab, or you've seen people get hurt in the mines. You've seen people lose limbs in the mines. This doesn't look like that. Not knowing what else to do, you take just a little bit of, what would be your liquor of choice?
I don't really drink.
What would you do to try and revive this person then?
I would check for his breath, maybe put a bit of water on a cloth and try to dab it on his forehead or something.
Okay. As you dab this on his forehead, you're not sure whether you actually did anything, but the breathing seems to stabilize a little bit.
All right.
I guess I come back like spitting to life, like, and look into Henry's face. It's like,
You're right, mate.
You surprised me. I did not act cleverly. That was foolhardy of me, but you have made, and he looks around at the rest of you, you have made a friend. Kind of gets
And at
up
that
looking
point-
slightly embarrassed and dusting himself down.
And as you're dusting yourself down, you realize that you've reverted back to your normal form.
Yeah, which is, I'm actually going to go for my normal form is like the mask.
That's
So
fine.
As I stand up, you kind of see I have no features.
Yeah, I just stare at you, dumbfounded.
Probably like touch my face, but like, oh, yes.
Just a blank face, basically, or
Yeah.
It's a mask.
Okay.
I don't know. We're not-
Is this something specific to you, or is that what? Is that like a default shape of what you are as well as a race?
If you ask me that as a character, I'll give you a different answer.
I'm asking because I'm from a land where your race is kind of not unheard of.
To be honest with you, friend, I don't really know what I am. I have been so many things for so long. I don't know what I am or what I was or who I am anymore. Maybe I could learn something from you.
I whisper to Echo, this guy creeps me out, mate.
Well,
and I walk towards them.
we're not sure if we're friends yet. I mean,
But can I ask, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. You're standing over a corpse. For all I know, you killed that fella.
Yeah, we work here, mate.
I can only tell you that I did not. There is no blood on my blade, and there isn't. But I was investigating things down here.
I have a 17 on my inside check.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah. Something is unusual in the mine, and shall we say...
Yeah, no
like
shit,
it.
the shadows.
Well, not just the shadows, but maybe we should get up higher up before we talk more.
Have you seen those things down here before?
No, I've heard.
Have you
rumors.
been down here before?
This was my first time down here too.
How did you get here?
I have my ways.
Did someone hire you?
It doesn't answer the question.
All right, very man.
Before continuing this, shouldn't we move back up? I think.
Yeah, I concur. We should get out of here.
Well, have you seen a cat? Yes, we're chasing a cat. Speaking of foolhardy things to do.
Maybe I think we have more important things.
Looking for a cat. Don't think I saw a cat. No, but that is.
Can I look
strange.
around
Why
to
would
see if I
there
can
be
see the cat?
cat
Sure,
down
you look
here?
around. There is shadow and stone.
Oh shit, we should leave, guys. This is not right.
Shift has also already ended, so we should probably head back up.
You
I lost
actually
track
don't
of
really
time.
know. This far down, Maybe the whistle's blown, maybe it hasn't.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, I had a way I got down here, I suppose, that I can tell them. It's like, well, if you want to avoid trouble, I can show you a way.
The way that you got down here, if I recall from our previous discussions, you walked in the guise of a miner.
Oh, fair point. Okay, yes.
I mean, I should know the way back, right, from where we came.
Okay, well,
Yes.
in that case, I say, well, excuse me a second. I need to fit in more. And then kind of just like in a weird kind of like twisting, shaping formation and some strange kind of like in a very split second, I suddenly have the form I had when you first met me.
What the fuck?
Are you a changeling?
What now?
A changeling?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know what a changeling is?
Why would I?
Yo, this
I
is
don't
getting
know.
a bit weird, guys. Can we?
Where I'm from, there are also people like you. I think. I don't know.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Eberron. That's why they call me Ebby here.
Echo, who are these people?
Where is Eberron? What is
It-
Eberron?
It's my home. I sort of came here by accident. I'm not quite sure what this place is actually.
Can we do this outside, guys?
I agree. Let's
It's
get out
probably
here.
a good idea. Yeah.
And I kind of, I put out my hand and say, Jack.
Well, Abby, I guess. My real name, you couldn't pronounce it anyway. And I
laugh
doubt Jack is your real name.
Inside check. No kidding. Yeah, mate, I'm Henry. Let's go, eh?
I mean, Jack
Go.
sounds about as real as Henry, to be honest.
Come on.
Maybe when
My
we get out of
father
here,
was
you
not
can-
very creative.
when we get out of here, you can tell me more of this Eberron.
Sure, I can tell you all I know. There's not much to know, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not savvy. I can tell you what I know.
I
Well, let's-
grab Echo and leave.
Still above ground and...
And as we walk back, I sort of like tell the folklore, like, well, there was were three dragons. They created the world where I come from. One's named Kyber, and so on. And then just doing some small talk.
As you turn to run or turn to leave, and you start to like go into this, you just hear this. Only Ebby hears this from behind you. This.
Oh, I heard the cat again.
You turn and there's a cat sitting upright, just very calmly watching you from deeper into the tunnel.
Do we all see it this time, or is it only
Nope, just Ebby still.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Where are you going, Abby?
I dropped something, and I chased down the cat.
Okay. As you start chasing the cat takes off down the tunnel,
I follow,
leading
but
further.
not for like forever. When I get the sense of like, oh shit, this is getting dangerous, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
rest of
Abby, where are you going?
Do the rest of you follow Ebby or let her go?
I think I follow. I'm intrigued by Ebby and by the discussion of this cat, and I can see in the dark, so why not?
I can't.
Oh, you need some help then.
But you have your lantern, so you have some source of light.
Yeah.
As you are chasing this cat, it eventually gets to a point that looks like it's a dead end, and then it just kind of walks through the wall.
I touched the wall. I scratched my head and touched the wall.
Make an investigation check, please.
13.
13. As you are kind of touching the wall and looking around, your hand just kind of finds an indentation that you're able to push into, and you feel this as dust kind of slowly filters down from the roof of this cavern, and you seem to be able to just slide the door.
Oh, told ya. I walk in.
Okay.
Wait.
Echo and Henry, where are you? So if you didn't follow, she's gone out of eyesight.
Yeah, we were a little bit down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
We're discussing
The cowards are already back up.
Yeah, I guess we follow. Cursing, I follow cursing myself. Cursing myself and my curiosity.
Since Henry is my older brother and he's following Evie, I'll follow him.
So drawn by a want of adventure or a want of family, the other two miners follow along. As Abby steps through this room, and you end up in this short hallway. It looks like very much the rest of the tunnel. But as your lantern goes in front of you, about 10, 20 feet in, it starts to open up and get a little bit wider. And as you're looking, not frequently, but here and there, there is just this glimmer. As your lantern catches something that isn't part of the regular stone around you and isn't a coal seam like you've seen before. And as you come up closer to one of them, it's not blue either. It's not that turquoise paragite. This is something different.
How does it look like?
It looks like coal almost, and that is sheer black. But instead of like a rock, like charcoal, like that kind of rough matte finish, this looks like a crystal.
I
Jack
can't
runs-
resist. I'm gonna touch it.
Jack runs up to it and is touching the wall. It's like, this must be it.
I walk up to that crystal and I take it into my, like I touch it.
Yeah. You touch
I'm
it.
not touching it, I'm just looking at it, but very fascinated.
As the four of you kind of explore this room, you do realize that this is an open tunnel that does proceed further. As you're seeing these pretty reflective black crystals.
Can I try to take a little sample of one of the crystals?
Yeah, takes a little bit of picking at it. Most of them aren't loose to where you can just pull them out. Like
Does it
they're
seem harder
embedded in the
than
rock.
Usual stuff?
Sorry?
Does it seem harder than the paragite, for example?
You can try and whack one with a pickaxe and see what happens.
I'll try to get a little bit like a little crystal out.
Okay. Yeah, it's simple enough to do to hew away at the stone around it to remove the stone.
I'd like to turn to the other three and I say, so you have not seen this before?
I look at Henry. Henry, have you ever seen this before? You've been here for the longest.
No, you haven't.
I'm already wandering off into the direction of the wall.
Wait, I've seen coal, I've seen paragite, I might have seen the occasional crystal of some sort, but this?
This is new.
This is
I've seen
as
this.
I expected. Interesting.
What did you expect?
Yeah, is it, May? Might you want to enlighten us here?
As I expected, you... I can't think of a word that isn't an insult. Hang on. 'Cause I don't want to insult you. Hang on.
Maybe you do an accident.
As I suspected, the hard-working miners are completely oblivious to the deceit that is continuing around them.
Right, it's easy to tell that that's an insult, but a veiled insult.
That's not an insult at all.
Yeah.
That's not how I meant it. I meant they have been deceiving you, not that you didn't notice.
As you have this conversation, Ebby is continuing further down.
We should follow her.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh, bloody hell.
Ebby, are you still holding on to that first crystal that you grabbed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how do they say? In for a copper.
As you start following her down, it slowly opens and opens and opens. And you find yourself in this chamber with what looks to be almost an examination table in the middle of it, and the body of another miner laying on top of it. To the side is a desk with some notes on it and pages and books. On the far side of the wall is another desk that just has a couple of these crystals sitting on top of it. Ebby, there is a cat-like form sitting right behind one of the crystals that's just kind of pawing at it.
Oh, there you are. Hey, hello. I'm Abby. Don't go away. I start to reach out in my head again in all languages that I know.
Mm-hmm. Nothing seems to connect.
I move closer and try to calm it down a little bit, not to shy it away.
As you're moving closer to that table on the far end, it's about 30 feet across this particular chamber. Echo, you start to hear something in your head as well. And it's just this low rumbling sound. And it seems to be coming from another one of these crystals that has just been set to the side next to the miner that's laying apparently dead on the main examination table in the center of this chamber.
Guys, can you hear that?
None of the rest of you hear it.
Hey, what?
There's like this rumbling sound.
Oh fuck, mate! Don't do that to me now.
From which direction?
It's all around. I can't really tell.
And as it's rumbling around in your head, it focuses towards that point of that crystal next to that body. You just hear
It's coming from over there.
come.
Okay.
I am really frightened, but I also walk towards the crystal.
Easy,
It's
mate.
calling
easy,
me.
mate.
It's calling for me. And I continue walking towards the crystal.
So we have Ebby moving towards the table in the back with the cat pawing at one of the crystals. Echo moving towards one of the crystals. Henry, you still have a crystal in your hand.
I look at it.
Nothing.
I just put the crystal down, like being like.
Seems like yours is a dud. I didn't say that.
As you put it down, it seems to almost shake a little bit and start like kind of wiggling its way back towards you. You hear this kind of
What the fuck?
as this crystal just shakes.
I pick it back up. I look at it again. What do
As
you
you
want?
pick it, as you ask that question, Ebby, Echo, are you reaching out towards the crystals that have been calling towards you as well?
Yep. I'm nearly enchanted, kind of. It's frightening, but I'm also enchanted by the crystal.
Jack/Shaw, you're watching all of this as all three of them are kind of oddly being drawn towards these particular moments, and you see that crystal near Henry kind of shake a little bit as well, because that's a physical reaction. And as you all three just kind of touch out and you ask that question, Henry, what do you want? Three of you hear separate, different things in your heads. Echo, that voice that was calling to you, just hear vengeance. Henry, freedom. Abby, knowledge. and there's a flash behind each of your eyes. Jack, you see none of this. But all of a sudden, Echo, you feel this almost adrenaline rush coursing through your body as you feel like you could take on the world, and you are enraged. You want to shatter everything, and you feel like you have the power to do it. Henry, there's this almost joyful, gleeful feeling that passes over you and it's this weird kind of feeling of just feeling your body move and feeling the sensation of the things around you. And for some reason, there's this joy in that. Ebby, you just feel this very content in the back of your brain. And as that happens, you also see up the side of your arm, the leatherwork on your jacket almost seems to stitch itself into this feather-like pattern that moves up. As you are noticing that, Jack, you look towards Echo, and as every muscle in his body is tensing, and these marks start showing up across the back of his hand and over his face with this really subtle blue glow. And as he's turning, you see that his eyes have gone pitch black. And as you look towards Henry, there's this almost like light violet aura that's playing over his fingers and down his arm.
I would also say that from where I touched the crystal, my hand slowly begins to crystallize a little bit with it, and it sort of like changes colors from like blue to green to red to silver white, and then it becomes normal again. But you can still see some glow in the fingernails.
Absolutely.
This is strange. Well, not so strange, because I kind of do this all the time, but why are you three doing this? This is strange.
I'm sorry, what?
You all hear this voice from the back corner of the room as a figure, it looks like almost a floating robe because it's so pulled down over the face that you can't really see it. Why, indeed. Been experimenting with this for some time, but never worked. What are you for? I wonder what makes you special. And as he's stepping forward, you see that he has this long sword attached to his side. No scabbard, just naked, tucked into a belt, apparently. And as he's moving forward, there's no sound of footsteps. Why you for?
Stay back, stay back.
What makes you special?
Oh, fuck.
Let's find out, shall we?
Who are you?
The eyes of madness.
Oh.
And I shall see for him why you're special. And maybe replicate. Let's find out.
You seem deranged. Let's get out of here.
A few millennia will do that. As he reaches and draws his sword.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, let's back.
Can I instinctively Eldritch
And
Blast him?
I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Natural 20.
I have the highest modifier and always at the lowest roll.
Funny how that seems to work. That's an awful map. We'll use a different map. I don't like that map. Go back to this map. I can't see my map. Hold on a second, having technical difficulties with Roll20. So tell me what your rolls are real quick while we deal with this.
22.
22.
17.
13.
Okay, so 22 for Henry. What'd you say, 19, Abby?
17.
17? What's your dex modifier?
+2.
What's your actual dex?
14.
Roll again, please.
Okay. 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not the lowest anymore.
You're not the lowest. That was a tiebreak.
2 natural ones.
Luke, Echo, what was yours?
13.
13 for Echo. And for Jack?
4.
4! Yay!
So mine is still 17, right? But I'm
Yes.
just...
Yeah, you tied with the creature. So, with that, we're going to use... it's not really completely accurate, but it's the best thing that we have. We are going to use this section of the map down here towards the center. Let me reveal it for you guys. If you could all set yourselves up more or less in the center, please. I will shrink you back down again. My gigantic friends. I don't know why you're showing up as large creatures. I will try and fix that next week. Okay, so let's say this turntable in the middle is the kind of central table that Echo was at. So you'd be further up here. Wherever you want to be, Jack, put yourself. As the figure approaches from over here. Okay. So, Henry, you're up first. And you don't know how. The three of you have no idea how. But you have access to your class abilities now.
Right. As I kind of imagine me to stand over here closer to the.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
But when it was approaching, I thought I was like standing right in front of it. So I'm pointing at it, saying like, stay back, and I kind of close my eyes and instinctively shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Go for it. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast. 7 is gonna miss.
Well, so much for that. I'm like, what? What the fuck just happened?
As the robed figure glides to the side and the blast connects with the wall behind him. That's fascinating. Yes.
As a bonus action, I would like to use Hexblade's Curse.
Okay. Go for it. Yeah. So it's as you blast, there's a flash of purple behind him, and as he's turning back towards you, that purple flash just kind of starts wrapping itself around him, and there's this almost like trailing fireflies of purple that are dancing around this creature.
Oh, by the way, we didn't get any health points back from getting our
Nope,
powers.
you did not rest.
All right. I thought maybe the powers gave us.
Nope, you did not choose to rest.
All right.
So the creature steps forward and is going to go after the thing that just tried to blast him. So we'll take its longsword out.
Oh, yeah.
And first of all, we'll take a slash with it at our new warlock with a 6. That is gonna miss completely. Well then, as it's cuts through, you feel this like impulse within you to just kind of step out of the way, and you're not entirely sure how, but you're thankful for it. As the creature then reaches out with its other hand, as it exits the robe, you see just the skeletal hand, literally skeletal hand, reach out towards you. That's going to be 23 to hit. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, fuck. 16.
That's good. And you take 6 points of necrotic damage, but nothing else happens.
Now have to 3, right? Because I have my powers now. I'm now resistant to necrotic.
So part of the Supers and Sorcery system has what's called origin points. It's kind of like this super special bonuses. And one of the things that Luke spent his on was resistance to necrotic. That's handy right now.
Super useful.
That worked out. So yeah, reduced to 3. Abby.
I sort of like feel my mind getting overwhelmed by instinct. And I look frantically towards my friends and the enemy there, and then my gaze stops at Jack for some reason, and my hand sort of like points at him and I look at my hand. It's like, what? And I say to him in my head, look alive. And there's this pulse of life energy coming out of my hand, and he's being healed for
This is healing word, I assume.
Yeah, for 3 plus
3
for
plus
6 for 6. Yeah. And then I sort of turn back around and I look at my hands, and they crystallize, and they get feral. Everything else gets feral with it. I sprout big fat wings, and I turn into this sphinx-like creature, and I start like taking off and like landing here.
So you take off and you take flight with this like crystalline wings that sprout from your back as these crystal claws extend from your hand, and just go after this creature. Go for it.
That's fucking cool.
Turning into the wild shape thing, even though it doesn't cost me a wild shape, is an action. I used my action, my bonus action, so that's
okay. So you're just right there, ready to strike. Good.
Yeah.
Echo.
Yes, sir. So I'm still in my rage.
Yep.
And I'm running towards that creature. And swinging at it, but I enter a rage as a bonus action. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I still only have my pickaxe, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use that to swing. Okay, what's that?
20, natural 20.
Nice.
So you get full damage from the first die.
Yes.
And with one of the origin things that you got, you have an extra bonus die to crit. So I need you to roll 2d8.
Sweet.
So that's 8 plus 2d8 plus 3.
Holy shit.
So 18, 21 points of damage
Nice.
with your first strike. As this rage and power fills you, and you just slam this pickaxe into the creature, and you all hear the sound of like cracking bone as it finds home deep in the black robes of this thing. Okay, that's a nice turn. Jack.
Holy fuck, Echo. That was nice.
All right. Firstly, I whisper, maybe so they hear, like, you are a very interesting bunch, but far too obvious. And I will use my movement and bonus action to scuttle into these rocks and attempt to hide.
Okay.
So it's a stealth roll, I suppose, I gather.
Yes.
19.
19. You think you're fairly well hidden.
So I'm hoping that this means if I let a shot loose, they're unexpected.
So it will be with advantage.
Oh, okay. This is going for the sneak attack. But yeah.
Oh, you would have gotten sneak attack anyways because he's surrounded by your allies.
Good point. Okay.
Quite a few.
18.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. 15.
Nice.
In the shin, probably. From my
Interesting. Indeed. This arrow, it doesn't stick. It almost seems to rip through the robes, and there's this tearing sound and this kind of shattering sound as you think your arrow found its mark and went through a bone somewhere. Those of you that are close enough, especially Ebby with your perception, you see this like little bit of bone dust on the ground underneath the creature now. That will bring us to Henry.
Really liking what happened last round, even though I didn't hit. I'm going to try that again.
Okay, it's at disadvantage because you're in melee range right now.
Oh.
It's a ranged attack and you're in melee range, so it's at disadvantage.
All right. Then I'm going to swing my hex weapon at it.
Nice. And as you get your pickaxe out, you notice that it's been almost morphed by this purple energy into this larger version of a pick, so a war pick. Yeah.
This is nice. And I'm going to...
And it feels really comfortable in your hands, like more than a pick has ever felt in you, with you.
Oh, wait, this one is not versatile. Anyway, I'm going to swing at him.
It doesn't matter if it's versatile. You use your charisma modifier because it's a hex weapon.
Yeah, but I wanted to use it with two hands.
Oh, yeah. Nope, doesn't make a difference.
Work with this one.
23 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
So I get +2 to my damage roll because... Oh, wait, is that a 19? Ah, no.
Why would you get +2 to your damage roll?
From my Hexblade's Curse. And it would have been a crit if it was a 19.
Oh, you do get +2, but it's not a crit.
Yeah, it's +2 damage rolls and crits on a 19 or 20.
Yep. So roll damage and add 2.
Oh, 7.
7. This is as you slam in with your modified pickaxe, apparently. It just sinks into the shoulder, and you see like the robe of the left shoulder of this floating entity creature almost dents in as you feel and hear more bones buckle and crack under the blow. This thing is looking not great.
This is awesome. And that's my turn.
Let's try this. And we'll reach out towards the barbarian. And that is a natural 1. So it reaches out with his bony skeletal hand.
Back to old form.
And I am back to form as a DM.
Nice.
And just, as you, in your rage, you just bat this bony hand away.
Nice.
And brings his longsword down towards you for his second attack. That's better. That's an 18. That's going to hit. That'll be 6, reduced to 3 because you're raging slashing damage.
Right, and that kills me or that turns me unconscious?
Oh, that knocks you unconscious.
Yeah, that knocks me unconscious.
The Goliath is down. So you're not dead. So again, the way the death works in this, you once you're unconscious, your turn you will make a death saving throw. 9 or lower is a failure. 10 to 20 is a success.
He might want to use his Goliath feature, the Stone's Endurance, where he can shrug off damage.
This is true. That reduces it by half, I believe, yeah?
He can use a reaction to roll a d12 and add your constitution modifier to the number and reduce the damage by that total.
Yeah. So you could conceivably just shrug off that damage if you wished.
Can I do that only on my turn or also when somebody
It's a
else-
reaction.
As a reaction.
As a reaction, so you can do it on their turn.
Basically.
So can I still do that now? Or am I
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
New character,
Nice.
who dis?
Okay, cool.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. So roll a d12 for me, please.
Yeah.
12. Yeah. Uh-huh. The 3 damage, that's nothing.
Nice.
It just like it cuts through the leather, and then the sword just kind of glances off your pectoral muscle.
Awesome. Thanks, Abby, for saving my butt.
That will bring us to it can't do anything else. And if it tries to run, it's going to take 3 attacks of opportunity. Ebby, your turn.
I say to Echo, stay back. And I sort of like pounce at it.
Nice.
I have this permanent fangs from my mark of the druid of the mark, where I add my wisdom modifier to the unarmed attacks, and I'm gonna seep my fangs into it, and I bite it.
Oh, I thought the claws were that for you.
It's both.
Okay. Well, sure. So you have cat claws and fangs as you.
Sure. I bite it with a
24 to hit.
That's going to be. Does it already add that? Does it?
5 plus 4. So regardless.
No, it's another 3 more.
Okay.
Because that's the strength modifier from my wild
Okay.
form, and then
Hey.
plus 3.
It's plenty.
Okay.
So as you see this Ebby, this kind of petite girl that had, let's be real, not the best miner in the world, suddenly lunge at this thing. You see this glint of like almost gem fangs as her teeth just into the neck bones of whatever this thing is, ripping through the cloth. And there's this sickening as you look up, and this skull just kind of, and the rest of the skeletal form just collapses to the ground in a heap.
For my second attack,
I mean, if you want to, it's a pile of bones now.
she would just wants to play with that pile of bones. It's not like Abby. It's the Sphinx goddess, right? I don't know. I don't know why I cannot. No, I can.
It's okay.
So that's another 12 damage. No, that can be right.
It's already dead.
damage. Yeah.
The damage doesn't matter. It's dead.
Okay. And then
As you watch Ebby destroy this pile of bones, and then just kind of start playing with it.
I didn't miss a number somewhere. Are we all level 2? Yeah. Not
Yeah.
12.
You rolled really well on a few things there.
I sort of like shade back, I think. Next turn.
I also just kind of calm down from my rage. My eyes turn back to normal. And I'm kind of like, okay, what just happened?
And the tattoos on your body that were glowing are still there.
Are they still glowing or are they just
They're not glowing,
Yeah,
but they're just there.
Nice.
I emerge from the rocks again and kind of move onto the platform. It's like, you guys have changed. But
No shit, mate. Holy fuck.
maybe a word of advice. If we're to investigate whatever this is, maybe sometimes don't be so loud.
And as he says that,
Green
this old dwarven figure, Henry, you're the only one that would recognize them. This is Domol Asha, the CEO of Asha Mining Company.
What, the dead dude?
Walks in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the dead dude. This is a dwarf. CEO. This company, known for, let's say, not being the kindest dwarf in the land.
I mean, Echo probably knows him as well, right?
Knows of him, but would never have seen him. Is rarely seen out and about.
I know of him.
You know, Jack would know of him too.
Evil.
That's good advice from your friend there. Though I do thank you for taking care of that little unwanted contract. Now, let's make a deal. And on that note, we're going to end today's session.
Whew.
We will be back in 2 weeks. We are going to be doing this show every other week. We'll occasionally throw in some one-shots on the off weeks as well, continuing to explore work from DM's Guild like we have the first season and Drive Through RPG. But this storyline will continue every 2 weeks. So we'll see these guys back on July 18th to see what kind of deal Domol Asha wishes to make with you all. So, real quickly, before we say goodnight, I just wanted to add as well a thank you to Abby J. Art. She did the map of Asha Mining Corporation that's in the book as well. And there's some other art for hers that we'll be seeing throughout as well. So go check her out on Twitter. She does amazing work. Go look. Again, thank you to Kat and Doug for their work on the overlay and the character art, respectively. The character art is so cool. Also, a quick thank you to Tuz. Then our new theme song was written by me, and then Tuz did all the editing for it to make it actually sound good. You'll remember Tuz from our first 2 arcs of season 1. He was a player for us then, so thank you to him. And of course, thank you to Cam and Daylight Productions for letting us use the source book, Supers and Sorcery. Again, be found on drivethroughrpg.com. I'm Peter. This is Chris, Alex, Luke, and Patrick, and we will be back in 2 weeks to continue the Chronicles of Ghaistala. Thank you all very much, and tell more stories. Bye.